Alright, I went ahead and took the wheels off this thing, or a wheel. I have not inspected anything on this, just drove it down when I bought it. A nice factory groove there. Let's get you some light in there. Yeah, it's a little thin. I'm more concerned with maybe checking out the bearings. Control arm bushings are going to need to be done. The stack of alignment shims. My biggest concern was right there. Somebody has put a helper spring looking thing in here. These springs are either cut or they're drop springs. I'd like to find out how low. I was looking at the there. I'm trying to look at the end of the spring, right? Oh, there it is, right there in that light. It doesn't look like I scraped that away. I thought that was slag, but I don't think it's cut. So maybe these somebody bought springs. I don't think these were heated. That's another thing people do, is they heat them to drop it. But I only have that helper on one side. Well, it looks like these have been replaced, because I don't think those rivets. I'll just scrape that away. I don't know if those rivets. I'll work on that. But I was thinking doing upper lower control arms anyway. Those bushings a shot. You can get the whole thing for like $60. Yeah, I'll keep inspecting. Maybe I'll look at this bearing, or maybe I'll wait until I do the brakes. I'm going to go ahead and say that's original. Those are rivets. This side's all road tar still. This thing's been off-road, well, on-road, but not a road you should be on. I went ahead and fixed the oil leak at the oil sender hosing there, the new compression union. And I'm going to hook it up to the original gauge in the dash. See if my dashboard works. Let's see. Let's see why it wouldn't. Right? Oh, that's why. It doesn't work. Oh, there she goes. That's reading about the same as the aftermarket one I had. Yeah, it goes down at idle. Just make sure she's leak-free. Yeah, it's leaky. Okay. Spraying oil everywhere. Okay. So this union fixed. Where's she plug in? I saw her there a minute ago. Oh, there she is. No. Oh, it's dry. Yeah, I think I just. Maybe I'm gonna tighten that. I don't know. That's more like it. It's under pressure. Yeah, factory gauge. I want these shitty aftermarket gauges. Come on, man. Alright, went and found my factory temp gauge wire. Somebody has put in a mechanical. Typically they go on the cylinder head too. I should be able to ground this and get gauge to peg in one direction. Cold now. Oh yeah, she's pegging now. So yeah, I just need to put a temp sensor and this should work. Bingo. One thing I noticed with this truck is there's no body grounds anywhere. Usually there's ground straps, engine to frame, body. Looks like maybe there was one there. So here's this on the coordinate diagram should go on the negative, which just has the nice red negative and the black positive. because that's the best things you can get at AutoZone. And those are supposed to be fusible links. Those are just clearly a wire. So I'm wondering, this truck did have a salvage title, and I found no body damage, no frame damage, but this is evidence of electrical. But it's small meltage in that area, a salvage title in California? I don't know. California sucks, but yeah, maybe they did. Yeah, other than that, this truck is, it's a shame it's got that title, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put this ground in. I bought a piece of cable to do a ground strap. Maybe that'll help out some other issues with this, or avoid some issues. So as suspected, oh, look at all the light now. A little control, upper control arm. See that upper control arm? Okay, I'll show you. See how blown out that gasket is? And if I pry up on the wheel, that's a lot of the play right there. Got checking ball joints. Yeah, if you look straight there, I'll show you. Straight up and down. This is center over here. This is walked out that much because the bushing is so blown out. So, and that's why there's probably 1,000 shims on this side as well. So we're gonna get upper control arm comes with ball joint. Lowers not much better. Not do upper lowers. Maybe sway bar length bushings. The steering linkage felt good, so I might just grease that. This thing will be riding good. And this side, the spring has no evidence of one of those helper spring adapters in there. So maybe they just had a soft spring on that side. I don't know. Got the rear brakes off. They're looking good. Plenty of meat. Rivets. Leaks. Axle seal. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Where's the lens? There you go. Get you right in there. It's a little wet. Axle seal. I don't think that's coming from the wheel cylinder. Yeah. The axle seal's a little wet. To be expected. Pinion seal. Got some evidence of dirt sticking to grease. So here's the rear leaves. So those must be the easier drop. Make this thing drop 2 inches. What do? They notch that? I guess they notch that cross member there. There's my dual exhaust. So should look for U-joints. See if they need grease. And even got the spare tire carrier loose, ready to fall off, of course. Alright, here's what I found. We've got, of course, the 2 different size lug nuts, so I'm going to replace those. This is now the right rear. Found the nice 1/4 inch grooves in the drum, because drums are very expensive, maybe 50 bucks. Oof, that would break the bank. Yeah, but they did the shoes, and they're pretty recently, because that's not even digging in yet. So, yeah, well, what I'm going to look at while I'm here is this fuel filler issue. I'm going to rock you up there. There, that's our fuel filler. And you can't put gas in this fucking truck because it's like a 2 inch diameter down to like 1/4. That's what it feels like. And then it goes to the tank. So I gotta get, I think, like a newer model. I think if I get the newer, looking up like an 87, they still have the 3-bolt flange here. It might mount different to the truck, but I can, I think that'll work. Might have to do a little modification, get some new hoses, but that's the plan. Alright, that's better. Cleaned up some grounds. Battery cable ground, like I said, is red for some stupid reason. And I put a engine to chassis ground. While I was there, I cleaned up these posts, organized those wires a little better, and this is a positive going through a, I should put a little rubber in there so it doesn't wear. And then I guess that's engine and chassis. The only body to, on the negative cable is body, small body ground. Usually there's another body ground somewhere else. I'll take a look. I didn't see any on the engine mounts. That should help some electrical. Just doing some little stuff today. Cleaned up all the dirt from the blower motor. And then, while I was at it, I'm painting the blower motor. It is in the sun drying right now. Back on this. Did I show the door panel yesterday? I started sanding it a little bit. I think I might try and save them, like I said, and I don't know, we'll see. Oh, let's check it out. Got me a bench seat out of an 84, but it's proper, nice and thick, not like the crap that was in there. Even got a washer bottle, and as Darren said, it's even got fluid in it. Yeah. Got my new drum, put that on, cleaned up that baby moon. Oh yeah. What do they call those? Baby moons? Kilometer cable is back in, lubed up. Maybe I'll take this seat out. Am I at that point? I hate this seat so much. It's so freaking low. I don't know, maybe. Now that's a seat. Oh, never mind the crazy guy fucking talking to himself. That's just life in LA. Yeah, that's a seat, man. That's nice and gushy. I don't even care that it needs to be redone. I mean, look at that detailing. They don't do that anymore. Look at, there's your 90s detailing. Ooh, that's nice. I might get a cloth. They have cloth ones with a vinyl that's stripped down the middle, really nice. But yeah, I'm loving this. Sweet. Oh yeah, maybe I'll throw that washer bottle in. Gotta start with, all right. Doing full detail still. I took the hose to this thing. Clean all of this thing out. I figured it was a good idea. I didn't do it before, so. Looking a lot better. Even went up here, the window up the back. Let it bake in the sun here, dry up, and go from there. I'll work on this seat a little bit. Took it out of the truck again. I'm going to tighten up this tensioner. I'm missing a spring. I got the cover off. And this is loose, but found some duct tape in there, so that's going to be interesting. I got one of these sarapas, I'm told they're called. Baja seat cover. We just called them drug rugs back in the day, because the high school kids who wore the ponchos, well, that's what they wore. But yeah, this is a nice fitting one. I got this one on Amazon. This one I had to send one back, it was too small. That one comes with like rope and everything. But I do have hog ring pliers and all that, so maybe I'll really secure it. But yeah, I want to get a nice tight fit, but I want to make sure everything is in order here. This is not gonna, let me look through here again. This is not gonna fly for me, so. All right, we'll tackle that. So as luck would have it, the welded nuts are broken on the back of the seats. Both frames. Actually, this was for the recliner. I just took that off. I think we're going to get rid of this raft inner tube. Man, this stuff got hot in the sun compared to the vinyl. I sat on that one day. Ouch. Oh, and I got to use the welder again. Just giving that little weld that nut in there, hold it in place. Again, not the best welds, but I'm just gonna hold the nut. And I'm just gonna get to this one now. It's gonna be a hard one to get to. So that came out pretty good. Got those both stuck on there. Again, titanium 125 welder on an extension cord, and I had no circuit problems. So I did have an air compressor on this same circuit, and it wouldn't pop the breaker. So that's pretty impressive. It's not drawing too much. Here's the specs for anybody. I didn't really look myself. Yeah, I guess it all depends what you're welding. I mean, I'm just tacking, so maybe a continuous weld that would probably pop the breaker. Alright, seat is back in. Put a little rust treatment. Some stuff on there just to take care of that. Took my time, took it out, really tied it tight. A little extra over here, but that's a passenger. Who cares? But yeah, cleaned up good. Decent cover. Take your time putting them in. Make sure you get a good one. Makes all the difference.